So this is pretty cool. We got some actual interesting news. This is interesting, I think. I think it's interesting. Maybe you don't, but it's totally possible that you don't. But I personally think it's interesting. And so the Arizona Democratic Party, with 80 plus percentage points of their internal voting, decided to pass a resolution saying that if Kyrsten Sinema does not support filibuster abolition, that they're going to vote of no confidence against her. And then also, if she doesn't then abolish the filibuster, they're going to censure her. Now, that's pretty cool. This is what Republicans have been doing all across the country. If you don't support the big lie, we're going to censure you and do all this other stupid-ass bullshit against you. That's what Republicans have been doing ever since the big lie became the standard bearing of the party, and you need to support the fact, or the allegation, or whatever. It's not even barely an allegation. You need to support the conspiracy theory that Donald Trump is secretly the shadow president, otherwise you get censured. So I think that it's good that Democrats are finally playing that hardball with our fucking disgusting, evil, fucking maniacal, dumb motherfucking, like, should go down in the history books as one of the most fucked up motherfuckers in the history of the world, like Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. I don't think West Virginia is going to do something like this. But anyway, let's read their little thing. Also, Max, look at him. Oh my god. Alright, let's read the bullshit. ADP resolution concerning Senator Kyrsten Sinema reaffirmed blah blah blah. Whereas we all are facing a critical crossroads, and nothing less than our democracy is at stake. We don't live in a democracy, but whatever. And as all indicators show, Democrats could lose both the House and the Senate in 2022 if we do not deliver the goods. By passing voting rights, what's with these bizarre double spaces, by the way? By passing space, voting rights, healthcare, Medicare expansion, 2-year free college funding, immigration reform, specifically a path to citizenship for dreamers, and then double space, labor rights, green jobs, climate emergency, and then space/no space, environmental protection legislation, and more, comma space, and semicolon. Whereas the AZDP State Committee overwhelmingly, by 91%, passed a resolution in May 2021 officially calling for an immediate elimination of the Senate filibuster, and as 36 Democratic members of the Arizona State Legislature, including ADP Chair Raquel Teran, in June signed on to a letter calling for a reform to the filibuster's rules in order to pass voting rights legislation, and semicolon. Whereas, comma, space, polls show the vast majority of Democrats support ending the filibuster, and that Arizona party leaders include Arizona Secretary of State Katie Hobbs and a bunch of other people that no one in this chat is going to know unless they're from Arizona. Whereas, over the past 6 months, after scores of protests, thousands of phone calls, and letters, comma, space, and 2 peaceful sit-ins at Senator Sinema's office, where some 50 democracy protesters, including Reverend Jesse Jackson and Reverend William Barber, were arrested, Senator Sinema, space, remains steadfast in her support for the filibuster, does not support much of President Biden's Build Back Better agenda, and does not support the platform of the Arizona Democratic Party. So anyway, basically they're saying Sinema's no good, folks. She's a bitch. She's a fucking loser. And we're going to say that. We're going to say it loud. We're going to say it clear. It's not going to budge because Sinema has her paychecks signed by these fucking fossil fuel industries, the pharma industries, drug companies. That's where she's getting her money. That's what you need to understand. So I asked this again. What is a senator? So you're telling me we're all just pretending. Like, it's like, you know, when you're like at summer camp or whatever, and you're all playing like werewolf. Who's the werewolf? Right? It's all make-believe. It's a game. You made it up. There is no werewolf. There is no senator. What's a senator? You're telling me that we're going to allow tidal waves and tsunamis to engulf hundreds of miles of coastlines and kill millions of people because, oh, the precious senator didn't support? What? We're going to allow kids to die of a deadly virus and starve to death? We're going to involve ourselves in wars over water because, oh, the senator! Oh, yes, the senator said so. Are you motherfuckers stupid? There is no such thing as a senator, right? So we gotta all stop playing make-believe. We gotta abolish the motherfucking Senate already, because this shit is embarrassing. And if you don't support abolition of the Senate by this point, you're a dumb motherfucker. But this is pretty good. Kyrsten Sinema needs to get her fucking, shit together. If she's gonna pretend and play make-believe, I mean, she's got to at least do her goddamn job, and that's not happening. And we all need to realize that why it's not happening is the reason why we shouldn't have a Senate in the first place, and the reason why we shouldn't have money in politics at all in the first place. And maybe I can go a step further. The reason why we shouldn't have money in the first place. Whoa. Abolish money? That's right. Anyway.